Angela Merkel was vilified by many in Greece as the European leader who forced unwanted austerity policies on the country. But it's in a more welcoming political environment that the German Chancellor will today conclude a two-day visit to Athens. One of Merkel's goals is to see a successful conclusion to the long-standing dispute over the name of Greece's neighbour, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Well, Euronews' Nicoleta Kritikou reports.
Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras welcomed Angela Merkel in Athens, saying that her visit marks an end to a difficult period in bilateral relations. The German Chancellor stressed that the name deal reached between Greece and the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia will not only benefit Greece and North Macedonia, but all of Europe. During a joint press conference, Alexis Tsipras noted that the agreement can be a model for solving other problems in the region.
Βεβαίως, η συμφωνία των Πρεσπών
Prespa agreement is a very significant step forward for the stability, security and growth of the region. I believe it's a model agreement for other disputes, which shows that mutually acceptable solutions without one side imposing something on the other are possible.
Ένα μοντέλο λύσεων, καθώς χωρίς την επιβολή του ενός μέρους στο άλλο μέρος δίνεται δυνατότητα να προχωρήσουμε προς τα μπροστά.
Bin ich Alexis Tsipras sehr dankbar.
I am grateful to Alexis Tsipras, who took the initiative to find a solution along with Zoran Zaev regarding a very difficult issue, that of the name dispute with a neighboring country.
Mit dem Premierminister Zaev, Zoran Zaev zu suchen. Ich glaube schon und bin fest.
I am convinced that the solution will benefit Greece, North Macedonia, the stability in Western Balkans and the European Union.
Zum Wohle der Stabilität des westlichen Balkans und zum Wohle der Europäischen Union.
The Chancellor underlined that will raise the issue of the name deal with Greece's conservative New Democracy leader, but noted that she cannot influence Kyriakos Mitsotakis, who opposes the agreement.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel's visit to Athens is taking place in a completely different political environment than the last one in April 2014, as cooperation between Athens and Berlin is on a good footing today. German Chancellor, however, insisted that Greece should not diverge from the reform effort and reiterated Germany's positive stance towards the agreement signed between Greece and the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Nicoleta Kritikou, Athens, Euronews.
Well, we're joined now from Athens by our correspondent Faye Dulcary. Good morning, Faye. Well, we heard there the German Chancellor voicing support for the Greek government in terms of that Macedonian naming issue. But how much influence can she actually wield?
Yes, good morning from Athens. Chancellor Merkel's interest on the name deal has been clear for many months now. She was in Skopje just before the referendum of the name deal to give her support to Prime Minister Zoran Zaev, and now she comes to Athens. Just a while ago, the name deal goes to the parliament for ratification, and in a time that this name deal has caused a big turmoil in Greece, because the coalition partner of the government has said that is not going to vote for the agreement, which can even lead to elections. So Angela Merkel yesterday gave her support once more to the agreement, and today she's going to meet with the leader of the opposition, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, later in the day, and she's expected to try to convince him to give his support to the name deal, given that the government is going to face a difficult situation in the parliament. And we're expecting with great interest his stance, his statements after the meeting with Angela Merkel.
And 4 years ago, when Angela Merkel last visited Greece, she was met with mass protests, and there definitely is a sense now that a corner has been turned in terms of the relationship between Germany and Greece.
Yes, this time things are completely different. During the two first visits, one in 2012 and one in 2014, there were serious riots in Athens before and during the visit of Chancellor Merkel. Now we had a protest yesterday, we had some incidents, but nothing to compare to what we had seen before. So things are completely different. You have to understand that Angela Merkel and Wolfgang Schäuble, then he was the finance minister, were the faces of austerity in Greece. Greeks had connected them with the austerity measures directly. Now we are on the after bailout program era, so things are completely different. Everything is much calmer now. Even the relationship of Alexis Tsipras with Angela Merkel is completely different. I have to remind you that from the parliament he had asked Mrs. Merkel to, during one of her visits, to go home. Yesterday, when he was asked by journalists, he said that things are completely different, that now he's the prime minister and he's the prime minister of all the Greeks, and that he has to follow a more realistic path, even if this is a difficult compromise.